Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 7 of Clay Loves Logic, where on this channel we solve Sudokus, logic-based puzzles, and anything like that I find interesting. Today, we're going to be solving the puzzle Game, Set, and Match by Will Power. And if you spend any time solving Sudokus, you've seen Will Power's name a number of times. I've done a ton of his puzzles, but I haven't featured one on the channel yet. As always, I'll put the link to this puzzle in the description so you can play, but for now, let's turn our attention to Game, Set, and Match, and let's go over the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so you have to have the digits 1 to 9 in every box, in every row, and in every column. German Whispers. We've done German Whispers a couple times on this channel now, but for those of you who are unfamiliar, German Whispers are these green lines, and they have to have a difference of at least 5 between them. So, for example, if this was a 2, this would have to be a 7, an 8, or a 9. And then this would have to be, if this was a 9, this would have to be a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4. You can never have a 5 on a German Whisper because there's no digit that's 5 apart that's valid. 0 is not valid. Neither is 10. Numbers may repeat on green lines if other rules allow. Perfect. Kropke pairs, which is the tennis ball in this. Numbers with a white dot between them are consecutive. 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, etc. Not all possible dots are given. Killer cages. Number in cages sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. Numbers do not repeat in cages. That's going to be all of these. For example, this has to sum to 7. This has to sum to 13, 15, etc. And that is the clues we're given. Those are the rules. Let's solve the puzzle. First of all, a 7-2 on a German Whisper. Well, because the numbers have to be at least 5 apart and it has to sum to 7, it can only be 1 and 6. Because while 2 and 5 sums to 7, so does 3 and 4. They're not far enough apart. Now, because German Whispers, I can tell you another trick. Because the digits have to be 5 apart, if this is a 6, this can only be a 1. If this is a 1, this could be higher. This could be, 7, 8, or 9. But the only low digit this can be would be 1. So we'll just put that in for now quick. We can do a similar thing here on this 8 cage, right? What could an 8 cage be? Well, 1 and 7 would make 8. What's the next combination that would make 8? 2 and 6. 2 and 6 doesn't have a big enough difference. This has to be a 1 and 7. That's interesting because now we look at the 9 cage, and because we've removed 1, there's a number of ways to make 9 with 3 cells. But if you can't use 1, it has to be 2, 3, and 4. And that is interesting because now these digits have to be high for the German Whisper. These ones are either 2, 3, or 4. And if they're 2, 3, and 4, that means these two are high. If these two are high, this one's low. So this is a 1, this is a 6, this is a 1. And now this is going to be from 7, 8, and 9. This is going to be from 7, 8, and 9. And they can't be 6 because there's a 6 in this line. And also when you look at these options, neither of these would both have to be able to be 1 if this was a 6. And actually, because only one of these can be 2, one of these is going to be 2. If one of these is 2, the other one is 3 and 4, 3 or 4. And either way, that means this couldn't be 7. Neither of these could be 7 because we can't have double 2. Okay, now where should we look? 13 cage. There's a number of ways to make 13. That's not terribly interesting. What about this 10 cage? The both digits are on the same German Whisper. You can make a 10 cage with 1 and 9. You can make a 10 cage with 2 and 8. And you could make a 10 cage with 3 and 7, but 3 and 7 won't work because that is not high enough for the German Whisper. So this will be from 1, 2, 8, and 9. Here, let's look at an 11 with 3 digits. And they can't both be high because if both of them were above 6, that's already 12. So there's going to be 2 low digits. They're going to be those ones. They're going to be from 1, 2, and 3. And I would say they could be from 4, but they can't because if we have a 4 here, 4 is a monogamous digit with German whispers, just like 6, right? If you have a 6, you can only have a 1 on either side. If you have a 4, the only digit that's valid is 9, but we can't have double 9s in the cage. So we can't have a 4 on here. Now you could have a 9 here. 9 could have 1, 2, 3. There's lots of options for 9. But if you have a 4, double 9 is forced. So we could have from 1, 2, and 3. Now let's think about, could we actually have a 3? And I don't think we can, because if we have a 3 on this, the digit that's at least 5 apart is going to be 8. I suppose we could, yeah, because if we have a 3 here, this would have to be 8 and 9. So I'm going to claim we can't have a 3 on this, which means these sum to 3, and we're going to have an 8 in the middle. This is now going to be a digit that is 6, 7, or 9. This is going to be 6, 7, or 9. And you know what? Let's just fill in the German whisper for a second. 6, 7, 9, 1, 2, 3, not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. We'll put that in quick, even though I can see what it's doing. Look at this. We have a 7, 8, 9 triple. And these two can only be 8 and 9. So this is, in fact, a 7, which forces double 2s, right? Because can't have a 3 or a 4 there. 7's in a 12 cage, so this is 5. 2 means this can no longer be a 6. It also can't be a 7 because it sees that 7. This is a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, any of that's valid. 6, 7, 9, still valid. And 6, 7, 9. Okay. Well, that's interesting. What's next? We remove a 2 from here now. And what are we going to need here? We're going to need 5, 3, and 4. And there's already a 5 in this box. This is a 5. This is a 3, 4 pair with this one. Maybe we draw our attention now to the 15 cage because we can't have an 8 or a 9 in it. Do we need to have a 7 then? If we had a 7 and a 6, that's 6 is 13 plus 2. Okay, maybe not just yet. Let's look at this 13 cage again, I think. Because it can't have a 9 in it anymore. So 13 cage without a 9 can be 8 and 5. And it can be 7. Oh, and we can never have a 5 on a German whisper. That's silly. So it can only be 6 and 7, right? Is that correct? 4, 9, which it can't be because of this 9. 8, 5, which it can't be because it'd always be at 5. Yeah. It can only be 6, 7. And it has to be 6 in that order and 7, which is going to resolve. This is now a 1. This is a 7. This is now a low digit. This is a high digit. This is a low digit. This is a, oh, and this is a 2 because there's a 1 in the cage already. This is 2, 8, 9. This is from 3 or 4. This is from 8 or 9. This is going to be from 2, 3, or 4. And this is going to be from, this can't be a 1. So this is going to be from 7 or 9 because it's season 8. And actually, because we have this sort of thing going on where one of these two digits is a 9, this has to be a 4. Sorry, this has to be a 3 because we need to make room for 8 and 9, right? So we have an 8, 9 pair, which means in this one we need a 4 and a 5, and that can solve because of this 5. So this is a 5 and this is a 4. Removes this one. This is ability to be a 4. Okay, oh, and I suppose this has been available for a while, right? What could this be? 6, 7. It can't be a 6, it can't be a 7, can't be a 9. This can only be an 8. And then this can only be a 2 because of the 7. And that's going to clear up a bunch of stuff. This is 3. This is a 4. This is a 2. This is now a 3. And we still, oh yeah, and that's solved by this 8. That's 9. That's 8. Okay. I think we have to be able to solve this 15 cage now. So let's just have a look at it. Can't have a 4, a 2, an 8, or a 9. I mean, how many digits are even left? Oh, and look at that, actually. That's going to help a lot. Where does a 5 go? We have to have a 5 in the 15 cage. So now we need to make 10. And we can't use 8, 2. We can't use 9, 1. So 3, 7 would be valid, but only if there was no 3 or 7 there. 4 or 6 is not valid because of the 4 in the box. So I think that's just right. And I think then what's left here, 1 and 6? Yeah, that's correct. So this is a 5. This is a 3, 7 pair. This is a 1, 6 pair. Cool. Okay. Can we solve this yet? 2, 8. Oh yeah, geez, that's in a 10 cage. That's been available for ages. That's an 8. That's a 9. This can't be a 2 anymore, which means this could still be 1. So this could still be a low digit. Okay, what do we need in this box? We need, oh, that's interesting. We need both a 4 and a 5 in this box, but we have a 4 and 5 in this row. So this is a 4, 5 pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be a 6 and a 9 pair. And it's going to resolve because of this 9, right? So this is a 6. That's a 9. This is a 1. That's a 6. That's going to solve a few things. This can't be a 3 anymore. This can only be from 1 and 4. So what's left? We need 1, 4, 5, 6. 1, 4, 5, 6. This isn't a 5. Okay. Fine. Let's look at, maybe we turn our attention to this 12 cage. What could we not have in here? We can't have a 5 in here ever. Well, I guess actually, what do we need? You know, we can see that we need a 1 in one of these 3. We need, where does 9 go? It goes somewhere in here. Maybe that's not interesting yet. Maybe that's not where we're supposed to look. Let's look over here at this dot. We can see we need a 6 somewhere here. That would force this to be 5 or 7, and it can't be 7. If this was a 6, that would be a 5. Could be interesting. We also need a 1 somewhere down here. And there's a 1, 2 pair here, so it's not in the middle. What else do we need down here? Could we say it? 1s, 2s. We need a 3 somewhere down here, but it could be on this side. But it can't be here. So in this row, 3s could be in those positions, and that would be a 4. So 1s, 3s, 6s. What else? 7s and 9s. Yeah. 1, 3, 6, 7, 9. 7s and 9s. 7 and 9, only if that's an 8. Oh, and it can't be an 8 because of this. Oh, that's interesting, actually. That takes out 7 and 9 from this. This can't be a 7 or a 9. This is only a 3 or a 6. And if this is a 3, we have a 3 here. If this is a 6, that's fine. Okay, let's look at this 12 cage. Could we really have a 9 in this 12 cage? And I'm going to say that we can't, because if we have a 9 in this 12 cage, we need to be able to sum these 2 digits to 3. And there's a 2 in here. Not only that, but there's a 1, 2 here. So it couldn't be both 1 and 2. So that can't be. That just can't be. If this is a 7, these two digits have to sum to 5. And I think that is okay only if it's 1 and 4. But again, we have a 1. No, yes, that doesn't work either because this is either going to be 1 or 4. So these couldn't be 1 and 4, and that's the only way we can get to 5 because 2 and 3 are spoken for. So actually, this is a 3. This is not a 4. I don't know what it is. Well, maybe it's a 4, actually. I don't know. The point being, I'm not going to pencil it. It's not important. 3 comes out of all these. This is a 6 now. And the 6 has to make that a 5. These have all lost their ability to be a 6. We now have a 1, 7, 9 triple. Oh, and look at that. This 3, 7 sees that. This is a 9. These are from 1 and 7 now. That's interesting. Okay, so we have a 3 in the 12 cage. So these have to sum to 9 now. Could be 1 and 8. Can't be 2 and 7. They're both spoken for. Can't be 3 and 6 because digits can't repeat in the cage. There's already a 3 in the box anyways. Can't be 4 and 5. That's all the combinations, isn't it? This is an 8, which makes this a 1, which makes this a 4, and this a 9, and this a 2, and this a 1. Wow, awesome. 4 gets removed from this. More importantly, this is now a 5. This is now a 4. Neither of these have the ability to be a 1 anymore. This can't be a 1. This is a 1. This is a 6. This is no longer a 6. Don't know what it is. Oh, I do know what it is. It's a 7. Because all the other digits are spoken for. That's a 7. That's a 1. Awesome. What do we need down here? 1, 2, 3. We need a 4. And I don't think there's any restriction on that yet. We need a 6, which has to be here. Actually, has to be there. Make it single. So this is going to be a 4, 9 pair that's going to resolve because it sees this 9. That's a 9. That's a 4. Okay, what else do we need? We need 2 digits here. We need 1, 2, 3. We need a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 and 7, which is going to resolve 7 and 4 thanks to this one. Here we need 2 and 8, which is not going to resolve just yet. Okay, what do we need in this one? 1, we need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 7 and 8, which is going to resolve. That's going to be 7. That's going to be 8. Here we're going to need a 3, 2, 3, and a 5. Here we're going to need a 6. Here we're going to need 1, 2, a 5. And then here, a 3 and a 4. Okay. What else do we need here? We need a 2 and an 8 and a 9. So this is a 9. That's a 2, 8 pair. Okay. What's next? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. That's all these can be. And this can't be 2 or 8. So this is only 3 and 4. This is going to be any of them, 2, 8, 3, or 4, I think. I think any of those are fine still. Up top, let's look at this row. We need 2, 3, 4, 7, and 9. And that's going to be, oh, geez, look at that. This 9's been looking at that for ages. Ages. Sometimes you just look at the wrong spot in these puzzles. That's now a 2. That's an 8. It's a 8 and a 2, and geez, yeah, that's probably been screaming at me for ages about that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. And that we already know that there's an 8 and a 9 in here. This is a 6. This is a 9. This is an 8. Up top, we're going to need a 1. We're going to need a 2. And we're going to need a 5. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two. Oh, let's back up a bit. This is not, this is still fine as a 2. This is fine as an 8. I have an incorrect pencil mark here. There's no 3 here. This is from 4 and 5. And it's going to be a 4. It's going to put a 5 here, which is going to still not do much, but a little mistake we caught, we can correct. 4. In this row, we need 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 6, 8, and 9. So that still doesn't change anything. 6, 9, 8. And then up top, we still need a 1. We still need a 2. And we still need a 3. Okay, great. 187 people solved it in the last 11 hours. I do like this puzzle. 20 minutes. Okay. It's first thing in the morning here for me. I was trying to rush this before work. So that's why some of the clues that were staring me in the face, I was relentlessly looking away from them. But we got it done. It's a great puzzle. Willpower sets very fun puzzles. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. And I hope you enjoyed too. Thanks, everyone. We'll catch you on the next one.